Speaking on the AM show earlier, banking consultant Nana Otuo said the absence of corporate governance is a major cause of challenges in the banking sector.
From UT through Capital, through Unibank and the rest, one of the main problems they identified was governance, corporate governance. Because if corporate governance is entrenched, then some of the things that happened wouldn't have happened, because corporate governance clearly specifies what each person should do and what the duties of the committees that support the board and so on. So if you take cases where people dip their hands in the cookie jar, that's because there was an absence of corporate governance. So Bank of Ghana has seen this, and they've come out with a very comprehensive set of documents called the Corporate Governance Directives. So some of these local banks, although they are majority owned by Ghanaians, when you go through their corporate governance structure, it's at par with some of these top British banks that you refer to. You see, so that's the importance that those who are in the list of, say, 12+1, some of them, their corporate governance is so top-notch that they shouldn't be ignored at all, and we should bring them up to the fore.
But we still can't walk away from the fact that the 7 that did the wrong thing are all Ghanaian banks.
Yes.
So I suppose the thing that keeps recurring in my mind is these corporate governance guidelines that the Bank of Ghana has just come out with didn't exist before.
No.
However, none of the banks that took advantage of the absence were foreign.
Well,
okay.
Because,
So in the absence of someone telling us that this is how your corporate governance should be, somehow foreign banks still got it right.
That's because their parent companies, which are foreign, were subject to those corporate governance in their jurisdiction.
Yes.
If you take the British banks, you couldn't do away without. Nigeria, they've
gone through the crisis already, so they have the remedy.
Yeah. So now we are doing catching up, and that's why I feel that going forward, if these governance directives are entrenched, then we can see that there's a lining in the sky.
So it's good that now we have these directives.
Yes.
And it's good that we're looking at the going forward. But if, let's say, we have in the reports that in Capital Bank, there were webs of transactions involving insider parties, meaning that shareholders, directors were just playing drafts or dummy with what they have in as their capitalization or whatever.
They call it financial engineering.
So you guys call it financial engineering. Now, at what point with these new regulations, the way the Bank of Ghana is, could there be an opportunity in the future in which we can't have such these abuses? 2, how can we make sure that the investments or those who are the shareholders would also not be a party to some of these things in the future?
Yeah. Now, the answer is fairly and squarely within the provisions of the Corporate Governance Directive.
The Bank of Ghana.
Of the Bank
of Ghana that has shown that before its banking supervisory department has not been effective.
And they've changed. That is what you are getting from the Bank of Ghana. On Saturday, news file, the second deputy governor intervened and said, look, we have structures in place now to deal with these things that shouldn't have happened. So the Corporate Governance Directive is correcting a wrong. That, yes, we are sorry this happened. Because, for instance, some of these things that happened, if their corporate governance gave them an opportunity to whistleblow, because you are a member of staff, you are in charge of treasury, and you saw that monies were being taken, outside the rules.
Without due recourse to the regulation.
You are scared that your job is at risk. and therefore, if you whistleblow and they get to know, they'll sack you. Now, one of the banks that, a local bank, has got such a good system that they have a whistleblowing line which is managed by one of the big four. You don't know who you are speaking to. They will not also ask you who you are.
Say this
Just
again.
give them.
You are saying that the local bank,
one of the local
banks,
yes,
has a whistleblowing line.
Yes.
But at the end of that line, it is managed by one of the top four.
Exactly.
Which is foreign.
Yes.
No, one of the big four accounting firms.
Okay.
Of the world.
Okay.
One of the big
which
four.
are all
One of the big four, Deloitte and all,
yes,
PwC,
right. Yes. So
KPMG.
if you have information that you think is contributing to the bad nature of the bank, or is going to lead the bank into, it gives you the opportunity to tell them, and they will take action.
You're watching News Desk with me, Bernice Abubedu. Up next is Business News with Sandra Appin.